Instructions for making cheesecake from A to Z. Cheesecake is a classic dessert loved by many around the world. It is a sweet, creamy dessert that has a rich and indulgent flavor. While there are many different types of cheesecake, the classic New York-style cheesecake is one of the most popular. In this article, we will provide a step-by-step guide on how to make a delicious New York-style cheesecake from scratch. Ingredients. For the crust: 2 cups graham cracker crumbs, 1/3 cup sugar, ½ cup unsalted butter, melted. For the filling: 8 ounces. Packages cream cheese, softened, 1 1/4 cups sugar, 1 tablespoon vanilla extract, 4 large eggs, room temperature, 1/3 cup heavy cream. Instructions. Preheat your oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, 160 degrees Celsius. In a mixing bowl, combine the graham cracker crumbs, sugar, and melted butter until well mixed. Press the mixture into the bottom of a 9-inch springform pan, making sure to pack it tightly and evenly. Bake the crust for 10 minutes, then remove it from the oven and let it cool. In a large mixing bowl, beat the cream cheese until it is smooth and creamy. Add the sugar and vanilla extract to the bowl and beat until well mixed. Add the eggs, one at a time, beating well after each addition. Add the heavy cream to the bowl and beat until the mixture is smooth and creamy. Pour the filling into the cooled crust and smooth it out with a spatula. Place the springform pan on a baking sheet and bake the cheesecake for 60 to 70 minutes, or until the edges are set and the center is slightly jiggly. Turn off the oven and let the cheesecake cool in the oven for 30 minutes. Remove the cheesecake from the oven and let it cool to room temperature. Cover the cheesecake and chill it in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours or overnight. Serve the cheesecake chilled, garnished with fresh berries or whipped cream if desired. Tips. Make sure all of your ingredients are at room temperature before beginning. This will help ensure a smooth and creamy cheesecake. Don't overmix the cheesecake filling. Overmixing can cause the cheesecake to crack. To prevent cracking, run a knife around the edge of the cheesecake before chilling it in the fridge. For a smoother texture, you can strain the filling before pouring it into the crust. Variations. While the classic New York-style cheesecake is delicious on its own, there are many variations you can try to add some flavor and variety to your cheesecake. Here are some ideas. Fruit topping: top the cheesecake with a layer of fresh fruit, such as strawberries, blueberries, or raspberries. Chocolate: add melted chocolate to the cheesecake filling for a rich and decadent flavor. Caramel: swirl caramel sauce into the cheesecake filling for a sweet and gooey treat. Pumpkin: add pumpkin puree and pumpkin pie spice to the cheesecake filling for a festive fall dessert. Lemon: add lemon juice and zest to the cheesecake filling for a tangy and refreshing twist. Common cheesecake mistakes to avoid. While making a cheesecake from scratch can be a fun and rewarding experience, there are some common mistakes that can ruin your cheesecake. Here are some common cheesecake mistakes to avoid. Overmixing the batter. Overmixing the batter can cause the cheesecake to crack and become dense. To avoid this, mix the ingredients just until they are well combined. Using cold ingredients. Using cold ingredients can cause lumps in the batter and lead to an uneven texture. Make sure all the ingredients are at room temperature before starting. Overbaking the cheesecake. Overbaking can cause the cheesecake to become dry and crack. To avoid this, keep an eye on the cheesecake and take it out of the oven as soon as the center is slightly jiggly. Not using a water bath. A water bath helps to regulate the temperature of the cheesecake and prevent it from cracking. Make sure to wrap the springform pan in foil before placing it in the water bath to prevent water from seeping in. Cutting into the cheesecake too soon. Cutting into the cheesecake before it has fully chilled can cause it to fall apart. Wait at least 4 hours, or preferably overnight, before cutting into the cheesecake. Not greasing the pan. Failing to grease the pan can cause the cheesecake to stick and break apart. Use cooking spray or butter to grease the pan before adding the crust. No-bake cheesecake recipe. If you're short on time or don't want to deal with the hassle of baking a cheesecake, a no-bake cheesecake is a great alternative. Here's a simple recipe for a delicious no-bake cheesecake. Ingredients. For the crust: 2 cups graham cracker crumbs, 1/3 cup sugar, ½ cup unsalted butter, melted. For the filling: 2 8 ounces packages of cream cheese, softened, ½ cup sugar, ½ cup heavy cream, 1 tablespoon vanilla extract, 1/4 cup lemon juice. Instructions. In a mixing bowl, combine the graham cracker crumbs, sugar, and melted butter until well mixed. Press the mixture into the bottom of a 9-inch springform pan, making sure to pack it tightly and evenly. In a large mixing bowl, beat the cream cheese until it is smooth and creamy. Add the sugar and vanilla extract to the bowl and beat until well mixed. Add the heavy cream to the bowl and beat until the mixture is smooth and creamy. Add the lemon juice to the bowl and beat until the mixture is well combined. Pour the filling into the crust and smooth it out with a spatula. Cover the cheesecake and chill it in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours or overnight. Serve the cheesecake chilled, garnished with fresh berries or whipped cream if desired. Moroccan cuisine: tagine, Moroccan stew, couscous, Tunisian steamed rice dish, pastilla, chicken filling, harira, spicy soup. Folk literature is a rich and diverse tradition that has developed over centuries across many cultures around the world. From ancient myths and legends to modern fairy tales, folk literature is a reflection of the values, beliefs, and customs of a society. One of the most fascinating aspects of folk literature is the diversity that exists across different cultures. While there are some common themes and motifs that can be found in many folk tales, each culture has its own unique traditions and stories that reflect their particular history and worldview. In Africa, for example, there is a rich tradition of oral storytelling that has been passed down from generation to generation. Many African folk tales feature animal characters, such as Anansi the spider or the clever tortoise, who use their wits to outsmart their enemies. These stories often contain moral lessons about the importance of cooperation, respect, and perseverance. In Asia, there are many different forms of folk literature, including the ancient Indian epics such as the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, which are among the longest epic poems in the world. These stories are filled with gods, heroes, and supernatural beings, and they explore themes of love, duty, and honor. In Europe, the tradition of folk literature is perhaps best exemplified by the fairy tales collected and popularized by the Brothers Grimm in the 19th century. These stories, such as Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, and Little Red Riding Hood, have become some of the most well-known and beloved tales in the world, and they continue to inspire new adaptations and retellings today. In the Americas, there is a rich tradition of Native American storytelling that has been passed down through oral tradition. These stories often feature animals as characters and explore themes of nature, spirituality, and the importance of community. In addition, there is a long tradition of African American folk tales, which often reflect the experiences of slavery and oppression. One of the most interesting things about folk literature is the way that it has been adapted and transformed over time. Many of the stories that we know today have evolved from much older tales that were passed down through oral tradition. It is often served in small glasses and is a staple of Moroccan hospitality, with guests being offered multiple servings as a sign of respect and hospitality. It is often served in small glasses and is a staple of Moroccan hospitality. With guests being offered multiple servings as a sign of respect and hospitality. As these stories were retold and adapted by different cultures and in different contexts, they took on new meanings and interpretations. For example, the story of Cinderella has been told in many different cultures around the world, each with its own unique twist. In the Chinese version of the story, for example, Cinderella is a fisherman's daughter who is helped by a magical fish rather than a fairy godmother. In the Korean version, Cinderella is a hardworking farmer's daughter who is helped by her mother's spirit. Mint tea. Another popular beverage in Moroccan cuisine is mint tea. This sweet and refreshing tea is made by steeping green tea leaves with fresh mint leaves and sugar. It is often served in small glasses and is a staple of Moroccan hospitality, with guests being offered multiple servings as a sign of respect and hospitality. It is often served in small glasses and is a staple of Moroccan hospitality. With guests being offered multiple servings as a sign of respect and hospitality. Zalouk. Zalouk is a flavorful Moroccan salad that is made with cooked eggplant, tomatoes, and spices. The eggplant is first roasted or boiled until tender, then mashed and mixed with tomatoes, garlic, cumin, and paprika. The mixture is then seasoned with lemon juice and olive oil and served as a side dish or appetizer. Bistilla. Bistilla is a savory pastry that is typically filled with shredded chicken, almonds, and spices. The pastry is made from layers of phyllo dough that are brushed with butter and baked until golden and crispy. The filling is often flavored with saffron, cinnamon, and ginger, and can also include other ingredients like eggs and parsley. Bistilla is typically served as a main course or as a special dish during holidays and celebrations. Rouja. Rouja is a flavorful Moroccan dish that is made with lamb, honey, and spices. The lamb is first marinated in a mixture of spices, including cinnamon, ginger, and turmeric, then cooked slowly with onions, garlic, and raisins. The lamb is first marinated in a mixture of spices, including cinnamon, ginger, and turmeric, then cooked slowly with onions, garlic, and raisins. The dish is finished with a drizzle of honey and is typically served with couscous. Chermoula. Chermoula is a popular marinade and seasoning in Moroccan cuisine that is used for fish, chicken, and vegetables. It is made from a blend of herbs and spices, including parsley, cilantro, cumin, paprika, and garlic, and is often mixed with lemon juice and olive oil. Chermoula adds a bold and flavorful kick to any dish and is a staple in Moroccan cooking. Brewats. Brewats are a type of Moroccan pastry that is filled with savory ingredients like ground beef or lamb, vegetables, and spices. The filling is wrapped in phyllo dough and then fried until crispy and golden brown. Brewats are often served as appetizers or as a snack, and can be filled with a variety of different ingredients depending on the region and personal preference. Brewats are often served as appetizers or as a snack, and can be filled with a variety of different ingredients depending on the region and personal preference. Khabs. Khabs is a traditional Moroccan bread that is served with almost every meal. It is a round, flat bread that is made from semolina flour and yeast, and is baked until golden brown and crispy. Khabs is often used as a utensil to scoop up stews and sauces, and is an essential part of Moroccan cuisine. Zalouk. Zalouk is a flavorful Moroccan salad that is made with cooked eggplant, tomatoes, and spices. The eggplant is first roasted or boiled until tender, then mashed and mixed with tomatoes, garlic, cumin, and paprika. The mixture is then seasoned with lemon juice and olive oil and served as a side dish or appetizer. Mzmen. Mzmen is a type of Moroccan flatbread that is made from a dough of flour, semolina, yeast, and water. The dough is flattened into thin, square-shaped sheets and then fried on a griddle until crispy and golden brown. The dough is flattened into thin, square-shaped sheets, and then fried on a griddle until crispy and golden brown. Saudi Arabian cuisine, kabsa, Arabic grilled rice, shawarma, Middle Eastern-style grilled pork, falafel, fried tofu, kanafe, pasted cheesecake. Saudi Arabian cuisine is rich and diverse, reflecting the country's history and culture. One of the most popular dishes in Saudi Arabian cuisine is kabsa, a flavorful rice dish that is cooked with meat and spices. In addition to kabsa, other classic Saudi Arabian dishes include shawarma, falafel, and kanafe. Kabsa. Kabsa is a popular Saudi Arabian dish that is made with rice, meat, vegetables, and spices. The meat can be chicken, lamb, or beef, and is typically seasoned with a blend of spices that includes cloves, cardamom, saffron, and cinnamon. The rice is then cooked with the meat and spices, along with onions, tomatoes, and peppers. Kabsa is typically served with a side of salad, and is a staple dish in Saudi Arabian cuisine. Shawarma. Shawarma is a popular Middle Eastern dish that is made with marinated meat, typically beef or lamb, that is roasted on a spit and then sliced thin. The meat is often served in a pita bread with vegetables such as lettuce, onions, and tomatoes, and is typically topped with a yogurt-based sauce such as tahini or tzatziki. Shawarma is a popular street food in Saudi Arabia and is a staple of Middle Eastern cuisine. Falafel. Falafel is a popular vegetarian dish that is made from ground chickpeas that are mixed with herbs and spices and then formed into small balls or patties. The balls or patties are then fried until crispy and golden brown. Falafel is typically served in a pita bread with vegetables such as lettuce, onions, and tomatoes, and is often topped with a tahini sauce. Falafel is a popular Middle Eastern dish that is enjoyed in Saudi Arabia and throughout the region. Kunafe. Kunafe is a sweet pastry that is popular in Saudi Arabian cuisine. It is made from a layer of shredded phyllo dough that is filled with sweet cheese and then baked until crispy and golden brown. The pastry is then soaked in a sweet syrup made from sugar and rose water, and is often topped with chopped pistachios. Kunafe is a popular dessert in Saudi Arabia and is often served during celebrations and special occasions. Hummus. Hummus is a popular dip that is made from mashed chickpeas, tahini, lemon juice, and garlic. It is a staple in Middle Eastern cuisine and is often served as an appetizer or as a side dish. Hummus is typically served with pita bread or vegetables for dipping, and can be flavored with a variety of ingredients, such as roasted red peppers or herbs like parsley or cilantro. Mandi. Mandi is a traditional Saudi Arabian dish that is made with spiced rice and slow-cooked meat. The meat, which can be chicken, lamb, or beef, is seasoned with a blend of spices that includes cumin, coriander, and cardamom, and is then cooked in a tandoor oven or pit. The rice is cooked separately, and is flavored with the meat's juices and spices. Mandi is typically served with a side of salad or with a spicy tomato sauce. Mutabak. Mutabak is a popular Saudi Arabian street food that is similar to a stuffed pancake. The pancake is made from a dough of flour, water, and oil, and is then filled with a mixture of spiced potatoes, onions, and meat. The pancake is then folded and fried until crispy and golden brown. Mutabak is typically served as a snack or as a light meal, and is often eaten on the go. Luqaimat. Luqaimat is a popular Saudi Arabian dessert that is made from fried dough balls that are soaked in a sweet syrup. The dough is made from a mixture of flour, yeast, and sugar, and is then fried until crispy and golden brown. The dough is made from a mixture of flour, yeast, and sugar, and is then fried until crispy and golden brown. The dough balls are then drizzled with a sweet syrup made from sugar, water, and saffron. Luqaimat is typically served as a dessert or as a snack, and is often enjoyed during Ramadan or other special occasions. Mamol. Mamol is a popular Saudi Arabian dessert that is made from a dough of semolina, butter, and sugar that is filled with dates, nuts, or sweetened cream cheese. The dough is then shaped into small balls or discs and baked until golden brown. Mamol is often served during special occasions such as Eid al-Fitr, and is a popular dessert in Saudi Arabia. Jarish. Jarish is a traditional Saudi Arabian dish that is made with cracked wheat, meat, and spices. The wheat is first soaked overnight, and then cooked with meat, onions, and a blend of spices that include cinnamon, cumin, and coriander. The wheat is first soaked overnight, and then cooked with meat, onions, and a blend of spices that include cinnamon, cumin, and coriander. Jarish is typically served with a side of yogurt or salad, and is a hearty and satisfying dish that is popular throughout Saudi Arabia. Tharid. Tharid is a popular Saudi Arabian dish that is made with layers of bread and meat that are cooked in a tomato-based sauce. The bread is first toasted, and then layered with meat, onions, and tomatoes. The sauce is then poured over the top, and the dish is baked until the bread is crispy and the meat is tender. Tharid is typically served with a side of salad or yogurt, and is a popular dish during Ramadan. Mataziz. Mataziz is a traditional Saudi Arabian snack that is made from a dough of flour, water, and oil that is then shaped into small balls and fried until crispy and golden brown. The dough balls are then flavored with a blend of spices that includes cumin, coriander, and garlic. Mataziz is often served as a snack or as an appetizer, and is a popular street food in Saudi Arabia. Shakshuka. Shakshuka is a popular breakfast dish in Saudi Arabian cuisine that is made with eggs cooked in a tomato-based sauce with onions and peppers. The sauce is flavored with a blend of spices that includes cumin, paprika, and chili powder. Shakshuka is typically served with pita bread for dipping and is a hearty and satisfying breakfast option. Aneet. Aneet is a traditional Saudi Arabian dish that is made with slow-cooked lamb or chicken that is seasoned with a blend of spices that includes cumin, coriander, and cardamom. The meat is typically cooked in an underground oven or pit and is served with a side of rice or bread. Aneet is a popular dish for special occasions and is often served during weddings and other celebrations. Mujaddara. Mujaddara is a popular Saudi Arabian dish that is made with lentils, rice, and caramelized onions. The lentils and rice are cooked together with a blend of spices that includes cumin, coriander, and cinnamon, and then topped with caramelized onions. The lentils and rice are cooked together with a blend of spices that includes cumin. Colombian cuisine, arepas, potato bread, bandeja paisa, traditional plate, sancocho, spicy soup, changua, milk soup. Colombian cuisine is a diverse and vibrant tradition that reflects the country's cultural and geographic diversity. One of the most popular dishes in Colombian cuisine is arepas, a savory cornmeal cake that is a staple food in the country. In addition to arepas, other classic Colombian dishes include bandeja paisa, sancocho, and changua. Arepas. Arepas are a popular food in Colombia that are made from ground cornmeal, water, and salt. The dough is formed into small cakes and then grilled or fried until crispy and golden brown. Arepas can be served as a side dish or as a main course, and are often stuffed with cheese, meat, or vegetables. Arepas can be served as a side dish or as a main course. And are often stuffed with cheese, meat, or vegetables. Arepas are a staple food in Colombia and are enjoyed throughout the country. Bandeja paisa. Bandeja paisa is a traditional dish from the Antioquia region of Colombia that is made up of a variety of different ingredients. The dish typically includes rice, beans, ground meat, fried pork belly, fried egg, avocado, and plantain. Bandeja paisa is a hearty and filling dish that is a popular lunch or dinner option in Colombia. Sancocho. Sancocho is a popular soup in Colombia that is made with a variety of different meats, such as chicken, beef, or pork, as well as vegetables like plantains, cassava, and corn. The soup is flavored with a blend of spices and is typically served with rice and avocado. Sancocho is a hearty and satisfying dish that is often enjoyed on special occasions or during the colder months. Changua. Changua is a popular breakfast soup in Colombia that is made with milk, water, scallions, and eggs. The soup is typically served with bread and is a simple and comforting dish that is popular throughout the country. The soup is typically served with bread and is a simple and comforting dish that is popular throughout the country. Empanadas. Empanadas are a popular snack in Colombia that are made with a dough of flour, water, and oil that is then filled with meat, cheese, vegetables, or a combination of ingredients. The filled dough is then fried until crispy and golden brown. Empanadas are often served as a snack or as an appetizer, and are a popular street food in Colombia. Patacones. Patacones are a popular side dish in Colombian cuisine that are made from green plantains that are sliced, fried, and then flattened. The flattened plantains are then fried again until crispy and golden brown. Patacones are often served as a side dish or as a snack, and are typically served with a dipping sauce. Ajiaco. Ajiaco is a popular soup in Colombia that is made with chicken, 3 different types of potatoes, corn, and a blend of spices. The soup is typically served with rice and avocado. Ajiaco is a hearty and flavorful soup that is often enjoyed during the colder months. Arroz con coco. Arroz con coco is a popular side dish in Colombia that is made with rice, coconut milk, and spices. The dish is typically served with seafood, such as shrimp or fish. Arroz con coco is a flavorful and aromatic dish that is popular in coastal regions of Colombia. Lechona. Lechona is a traditional Colombian dish that is made by stuffing a whole pig with rice, peas, onion, and spices, and then roasting it in a wood-fired oven until the meat is tender and the skin is crispy. Lechona is often served at large gatherings and celebrations, such as weddings or festivals, and is typically accompanied by arepas and ají sauce. Lechona is often served at large gatherings and celebrations, such as weddings or festivals, and is typically accompanied by arepas and ají sauce. Sudado. Sudado is a Colombian stew that is made with meat, usually chicken or beef, and vegetables such as tomatoes, onions, and peppers. The stew is flavored with a blend of spices, including cumin and oregano, and is often served with rice and plantains. Sudado is a comforting and filling dish that is popular throughout Colombia. Buñuelos. Buñuelos are a popular Colombian snack that are made by mixing flour, cheese, and eggs, and then frying the mixture until golden brown. The resulting balls are crispy on the outside and soft and cheesy on the inside. Buñuelos are often served as a snack or dessert, and are a popular food during the Christmas season. Buñuelos are often served as a snack or dessert, and are a popular food during the Christmas season. Pan de queso. Pan de queso is a traditional Colombian cheese bread that is made by mixing cornmeal, cheese, and eggs, and then baking the mixture until golden brown. Pan de queso is often served as a snack or as a breakfast food and is a popular food throughout Colombia. Mazamorra. Mazamorra is a traditional Colombian dessert that is made from cornmeal, milk, and sugar. The dessert is typically served cold and is flavored with cinnamon and vanilla. Mazamorra is often garnished with raisins, shredded coconut, or fresh fruit. Chicha. Chicha is a traditional Colombian drink that is made from fermented corn or rice. The drink is often flavored with cinnamon and is sweetened with panela, a type of unrefined cane sugar. Chicha is a popular drink during festivals and celebrations, and is often sold by street vendors. Sancocho de gallina. Sancocho de gallina is a traditional Colombian soup that is made with chicken, yuca, corn, and a variety of vegetables. The soup is typically flavored with a blend of spices, including cumin and achiote, and is often served with rice and avocado. Bandeja de mariscos. Bandeja de mariscos is a traditional Colombian seafood platter that is typically served in coastal regions of the country. The platter includes a variety of seafood, such as shrimp, octopus, and fish, and is often served with rice, salad, and plantains. The platter includes a variety of seafood, such as shrimp, octopus, and fish, and is often served with rice, salad, and plantains. Bandeja de mariscos is a popular dish during the Christmas season. The secret to making crispy and delicious dumplings. Dumplings are a popular dish in many countries around the world, and can be enjoyed steamed, boiled, or fried. While steamed or boiled dumplings are delicious in their own right, there's nothing quite like the crispy, golden brown exterior of a fried dumpling. So, what's the secret to making crispy and delicious dumplings? Here are a few tips to get you started. Use the right wrapper. The type of wrapper you use can make a big difference in the texture and crispiness of your dumplings. Look for thin, round wrappers made specifically for frying, rather than thicker wrappers designed for steaming or boiling. Don't overfill your dumplings. When filling your dumplings, be careful not to overstuff them. Too much filling can cause the wrapper to burst, which can result in soggy, unappetizing dumplings. A good rule of thumb is to use about a tablespoon of filling for each dumpling. Seal your dumplings well. To ensure your dumplings stay intact during frying, it's important to seal them tightly. Use a small amount of water or egg wash to moisten the edges of the wrapper, then fold in half and press the edges together firmly. Use the right oil and temperature. When frying your dumplings, use an oil with a high smoke point, such as vegetable or canola oil. Heat the oil to 350 to 375 degrees Fahrenheit for best results. If the oil is too hot, your dumplings may cook too quickly on the outside and be undercooked on the inside. Fry in small batches. To ensure your dumplings cook evenly and get crispy all over, fry them in small batches. Overcrowding the pan can cause the temperature of the oil to drop, resulting in soggy dumplings. Drain well. After frying, use a slotted spoon to remove the dumplings from the oil and place them on a paper towel-lined plate to drain any excess oil. This will help to keep your dumplings crispy and delicious. Serve with a dipping sauce. The right dipping sauce can take your fried dumplings to the next level. Consider serving them with a simple mixture of soy sauce, rice vinegar, and sesame oil, or get creative with a spicy chili sauce or a sweet and sour sauce. Experiment with different fillings. While pork and vegetable fillings are traditional for fried dumplings, don't be afraid to experiment with different ingredients. Try adding shrimp, chicken, or tofu for a different flavor and texture, or mix in some chopped herbs or spices for added depth. Freeze for later. If you have leftover dumplings or want to make a big batch ahead of time, you can freeze them for later. To freeze, place the uncooked dumplings on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper and freeze until solid. Then transfer them to a freezer bag or container and store in the freezer for up to 3 months. When you're ready to cook them, simply fry them from frozen, adding an extra minute or 2 to the cooking time. Enjoy the process. Making dumplings can be a fun and rewarding activity, especially if you're doing it with friends or family. So don't be afraid to experiment, make a mess, and have fun with it. After all, the best part of cooking is enjoying the delicious results at the end. Fried dumplings are a very popular snack in many Asian countries, and can be found in many restaurants and markets around the world. These crispy meat pies are filled with a variety of ingredients such as pork, vegetables, and spices, and are deep-fried to golden brown. Here's how to make fried dumplings at home. Ingredient: 450 grams minced pork, ½ cup chopped shiitake mushrooms, ½ cup chopped onion, 1/4 cup soy sauce, 2 tablespoons black sauce, 2 tablespoons seafood fish sauce, 2 tablespoons sesame oil, 1 tablespoon sugar, 1 teaspoon cornstarch, 1 teaspoon powdered black pepper, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon onion powder. Making: mix minced pork, shiitake, onion, soy sauce, black soy sauce, seafood fish sauce, sesame oil, sugar, cornstarch, black pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder in a large bowl. Mix well until ingredients are well combined. Take a small ball of dough and round it into a ball. Flatten the ball with your hand and use the rolling pin to roll it into a small circle, about 3 inches in diameter. Place a scoop of meat filling in the center of the dough circle. Fold the edges of the circle up and around the filling, squeezing tightly to seal the cake. Repeat with all the dough pieces and fillings until all the cakes are done. Heat a large skillet or fryer with cooking oil to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Carefully add the cakes to the hot oil, avoiding putting too many cakes in the pan at once. Fry for 3 to 5 minutes or until golden and crispy. Use a strainer to remove the cakes from the oil and place them on a plate with greaseproof paper. Serve with your favorite dipping sauce. Fried dumplings are delicious and nutritious snacks that can be enjoyed at any time of the day. Cubit, the iconic Indonesian dessert. Indonesia is known for its diverse culture and unique cuisine, and one dessert that has gained popularity both locally and internationally is cubit. This bite-sized dessert is a must-try for anyone visiting Indonesia and is also a popular street food. Cubit, also known as pinch cake, is a soft and fluffy mini pancake that is usually topped with chocolate sprinkles, cheese, or other sweet toppings. The name cubit comes from the way it is made, where the batter is pinched using a special tool to create small round shapes. The batter for cubit is made with flour, sugar, eggs, baking powder, and milk. The ingredients are mixed together to form a smooth batter, which is then poured into a special pan with several small round molds. The batter is then pinched using a special tool to create small, fluffy cakes. Once the cakes are cooked, they are usually topped with chocolate sprinkles, cheese, condensed milk, or other sweet toppings. The toppings add a burst of flavor to the soft and fluffy cakes, making them a delicious treat. Cubit is a versatile dessert that can be enjoyed in many ways. It can be served as a snack, a dessert, or even as a breakfast item. Cubit is also a popular choice for parties and special occasions, as it can be easily customized with different toppings and decorations. In recent years, cubit has gained popularity in other countries, particularly in Southeast Asia. It has become a popular street food in Thailand, Singapore, and Malaysia, and has even made its way to the United States and Europe. Cubit is a delicious and unique dessert that is loved by many in Indonesia and around the world. Its soft and fluffy texture, combined with sweet and savory toppings, make it a perfect snack or dessert for any occasion. So, if you ever find yourself in Indonesia, make sure to try this iconic dessert and experience the flavors of Indonesia. There are also variations of cubit that have been developed over time. Some vendors add different flavors to the batter such as pandan or chocolate, while others experiment with different toppings such as fruit, nuts, or even savory options like bacon. Some vendors add different flavors to the batter such as pandan or chocolate, while others experiment with different toppings such as fruit, nuts, or even savory options like bacon. Another unique aspect of cubit is the way it is served. The cakes are usually served on a small wooden stick, making them easy to eat on the go. This adds to the charm of cubit as a street food and makes it a popular choice for those who are in a rush. Despite its popularity, cubit is relatively easy to make at home. There are many recipes available online that provide step-by-step instructions on how to make the batter and cook the cakes. There are many recipes available online that provide step-by-step instructions on how to make the batter and cook the cakes. With a little practice, anyone can make this delicious dessert in the comfort of their own kitchen. In addition to being a tasty dessert, cubit also has cultural significance in Indonesia. It is often served during traditional ceremonies and celebrations, such as weddings and religious festivals. This further adds to the importance of cubit in Indonesian culture and highlights its status as a beloved dessert. Cubit is a unique and delicious dessert that represents the rich culture and cuisine of Indonesia. Its popularity both locally and internationally is a testament to its delicious taste and versatility. Whether you try it on the streets of Jakarta or make it at home, cubit is a dessert that is sure to satisfy your sweet tooth and leave you wanting more. Despite its popularity, cubit has faced some challenges in recent years. One of the main issues is the use of unhygienic cooking methods by some street vendors, which can lead to foodborne illnesses. To address this issue, some local governments in Indonesia have implemented regulations to ensure that street food vendors follow proper health and safety standards. To address this issue, some local governments in Indonesia have implemented regulations to ensure that street food vendors follow proper health and safety standards. Another challenge is the competition from other desserts and snacks. As Indonesia becomes more urbanized and modernized, traditional snacks like cubit face competition from Western-style desserts and fast food. However, many Indonesians still love the taste and convenience of cubit, and it remains a popular choice for those who want a quick and tasty snack. To stay relevant, some cubit vendors have started to innovate and experiment with new flavors and toppings. For example, some vendors have introduced cubit with Nutella or other chocolate spreads, while others have added unique toppings like matcha powder or crushed Oreos. These innovations keep the dessert fresh and exciting for customers, and help maintain its popularity. Cubit is more than just a dessert, it represents the rich culture and traditions of Indonesia. While it faces some challenges, its popularity and versatility make it a beloved snack that is enjoyed by people of all ages. Whether you prefer it with chocolate sprinkles or something more unique, cubit is a dessert that is sure to satisfy your sweet tooth and leave you wanting more. Whether you prefer it with chocolate sprinkles or something more unique, cubit is a dessert that is sure to satisfy your sweet tooth and leave you wanting more. One of the reasons why cubit has become so popular is its affordability. With prices ranging from just a few cents to $1, cubit is an inexpensive treat that is accessible to people from all walks of life. This affordability has made it a favorite among students, office workers, and families looking for a quick and tasty snack. In addition to its affordability, cubit also has a nostalgic value for many Indonesians. For those who grew up in the 80s and 90s, cubit is a reminder of simpler times and the joys of childhood. Many Indonesians have fond memories of buying cubit from street vendors after school or during family outings. Here's a simple recipe to make cubit at home. Ingredients: 1 cup flour, ½ cup sugar, ½ cup milk, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon salt. Toppings of your choice, such as chocolate sprinkles, grated cheese, or condensed milk. Instructions. In a mixing bowl, combine the flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. Injura, the iconic Ethiopian dish. Ethiopia is known for its rich culture and diverse cuisine, and one dish that stands out as a staple food is injura. This spongy, flatbread-like dish is a must-try for anyone visiting Ethiopia, and is also a popular dish in Ethiopian restaurants around the world. Injura is made from a grain called teff, which is native to Ethiopia and has been a staple food for thousands of years. The grain is ground into flour, mixed with water, and left to ferment for several days. The resulting batter is poured onto a hot, circular griddle and cooked until the surface is bubbly and the edges start to lift. The unique texture of injera comes from the fermentation process, which gives it a slightly sour taste and a spongy, porous texture. The bread is usually torn into pieces and used to scoop up stews, curries, and other dishes. In Ethiopian culture, injera is not just a food, but also a symbol of sharing and community, as it is often served on a communal platter and shared among diners. Injera is a versatile dish that can be enjoyed in many ways. It can be eaten on its own as a snack, or used as a base for other dishes. For example, it can be topped with spicy stews, such as doro wat, spicy chicken stew, or misir wat, spicy lentil stew, or used to wrap up meats and vegetables in a style similar to a wrap or burrito. Injera has gained popularity in recent years, both in Ethiopia and around the world. In addition to Ethiopian restaurants, injera can now be found in health food stores and specialty food markets. It is also a popular choice among people who follow gluten-free or vegan diets, as teff is naturally gluten-free and high in protein. In conclusion, injera is more than just a dish, it represents the rich culture and traditions of Ethiopia. Its unique texture and flavor make it a beloved staple food among Ethiopians, and its popularity around the world is a testament to its delicious taste and versatility. Whether you enjoy it as a base for stews or on its own, injera is a dish that is sure to satisfy your taste buds and leave you wanting more. Here's a simple recipe for making injera at home. Ingredients: 2 cups teff flour, 3 cups water, ½ teaspoon salt, oil or cooking spray for greasing the skillet. Instructions: in a large bowl, combine the teff flour and water until you get a smooth batter. Cover the bowl with a towel and let it sit at room temperature for 24 to 48 hours to ferment. After the batter has fermented, add the salt and stir well. Heat a nonstick skillet or griddle over medium heat. Grease the skillet with oil or cooking spray. Pour a ladleful of batter onto the skillet and swirl the skillet to spread the batter into a thin, circular shape. Cover the skillet with a lid and cook the injera for 2 to 3 minutes, or until the surface is dry and the edges start to lift. Do not flip the injera. Remove the injera from the skillet and place it on a clean towel to cool. Repeat the process with the remaining batter until all the injera has been cooked. Injera is best served warm, and can be stored in an airtight container for up to 3 days. Enjoy your homemade injera with your favorite stews and curries. One interesting aspect of injera is its use in Ethiopian coffee ceremonies. In Ethiopia, coffee is more than just a beverage, it is a social ritual that is steeped in tradition and ceremony. During a coffee ceremony, injera is often served alongside small snacks such as roasted barley or popcorn. The sour taste of injera is said to enhance the flavor of the coffee and provide a balance to the sweetness of the coffee beans. Another important use of injera is in Ethiopian Orthodox Christian religious ceremonies. Injera is often used as a symbolic representation of the body of Christ during communion. The spongy texture of injera is said to represent the softness and humility of Christ, while the sour taste represents the bitterness of his suffering. Despite its popularity, making injera can be a challenging process. The fermentation process requires careful attention to temperature and humidity, and the cooking process requires skill and practice to achieve the perfect texture. However, with patience and practice, anyone can learn to make injera at home. In conclusion, injera is a unique and beloved dish that represents the rich cultural heritage of Ethiopia. Its sour taste and spongy texture make it a versatile and delicious staple food, and its use in coffee ceremonies and religious ceremonies highlights its importance in Ethiopian culture. Whether you try it while visiting Ethiopia or make it at home, injera is a dish that is sure to leave a lasting impression on your taste buds and your cultural understanding. In recent years, there has been a growing interest in teff, the grain used to make injera. Teff is a highly nutritious grain that is naturally gluten-free and high in protein, fiber, and essential minerals like iron and calcium. As a result, teff has gained popularity as a superfood and a healthy alternative to wheat and other grains. The popularity of teff has also led to increased demand for injera around the world. Injera is now available in many health food stores and specialty food markets, and is often used as a gluten-free and vegan alternative to bread or tortillas. In addition, some restaurants and food trucks have started to incorporate injera into their menus as a unique and flavorful option for wraps and burritos. The popularity of injera has also led to innovations and variations of the dish. For example, some chefs have experimented with different grains or flours to make gluten-free or low-carb versions of injera. Others have added different herbs or spices to the batter to create unique flavors. Despite these innovations, injera remains a beloved and iconic dish in Ethiopia and around the world. Its unique texture, sour taste, and cultural significance make it a one-of-a-kind food that is loved by many. Whether you enjoy it with a spicy stew or as a wrap, injera is a dish that is sure to satisfy your taste buds and leave you with a greater appreciation for Ethiopian cuisine and culture. Injera is not only a delicious food, but it also has several health benefits. As mentioned earlier, teff, the grain used to make injera, is highly nutritious and contains essential minerals and nutrients. Additionally, the fermentation process used to make injera can improve the bioavailability of these nutrients, making them easier for the body to absorb. Injera is also a good source of probiotics, which are beneficial bacteria that promote gut health. The fermentation process used to make injera produces lactic acid bacteria, which can help to maintain a healthy balance of bacteria in the gut and support digestive health.